Hello, and welcome back to my podcast, Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, with your host, Lily Kincade. If you're watching the video version, I am filming this on my computer right now because my camera is dead. But you know what? We are here, and I'm happy you're here. Welcome back if you are a regular listener. I can't believe this is the 6th episode already. We've been doing this for about a month and a half, and I'm so happy that I made the decision to just do it. If you're new and you're listening to this episode first, after this, you should definitely go back and stalk me and watch all the other episodes. Last week's episode is really good. And then episode number 4, my dad was on, which was very fun having him. We dressed up in Halloween costumes. It was very fun. But today, I have an exciting video, one that is long requested and one that I'm so excited. I was taking notes today on points that I wanted to share and picking this week's quote, and you guys, I got so happy. I was like, started smiling. I got out. This can be a detrimental road to go down, but I got out all of my old journals to show you the stack. I have so many. I'm probably on my 16th journal, 16th or 14th, 16th or 14th. I don't know, one of the two, but you guys, this week's podcast episode is going to be all about journaling, and I'm such a journal girl. And you know what? I'm proud of it. I'm proud of being a journal girl. I wouldn't want to be any other type of girl. You know what? Journaling is awesome. And shout out to one of my friends, Juliet, for getting me into being a journal girl because it changed my life. I'm not to be too crazy, but it changed my life. Anyways, I'm happy you're here. That was a long intro, but I'm happy you're here. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, I love you. But yeah, today's episode number 6, is all about journaling. I'm going to tell you, what you should journal, why you should journal, how to journal, when to journal. I took 3 pages of notes for this podcast episode because that's how much I love journaling, and I'm so happy. But okay, to start it off, you guys, I started doing this where I pick a quote out that I love that pertains to the topic and sharing it with you guys. Also, too, side note, but anyways, yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm an artist and songwriter, and I just wanted another kind of outlet to talk to you guys about things that I was going through in my life. Because sometimes with songwriting, the songwriting process is so long, so whatever I'm writing about, you guys aren't going to hear it for a year or many years later. And so I love doing the little podcasts because I feel like I already do podcasts. I basically talk to myself all day. So why not just put my computer on and record myself? Anyways, I'm so excited. I love journaling. You guys have no idea. But the reason why I'm doing this now is I am just about to finish my journal that I've had since the beginning of summer. And I was thinking about, like, every time I start a new journal, I get so excited and I'm like, oh, I wonder what stories are going to be written across this page soon. And that's why I'm doing the episode now, because I'm about to start a new journal too. So I'm kind of, starting with you guys. Anyways, I have 2 quotes today because I could not pick just one because they were both so good. The first one, are you ready? Get ready. First one is by Kathleen Adams. Your journal will stand as a chronicle of your growth, your dreams, your ambitions, your sorrows, your serendipities. I love that. Your journal is kind of like everything, and it's really cool. I'm going to say that again. Ready? Your journal will stand as a chronicle of your growth, your dreams, your ambitions, your sorrows, your serendipities. Side note, the movie Serendipity, I think it's Serendipity or Serendipities. I think it's just Serendipity. I think with Kate Beckinsale. I think she's in it. I love that movie. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. It's from 2000, I want to say 2001 or 2003, but it is one of those movies. Because you know what? I don't believe in coincidences. There's too many, things that are meant to happen, I feel like will happen. And sometimes you can miss out if you don't keep your eyes open. But you got to keep your eyes open. Yeah. Okay. The next quote for this episode is by Donna Tartt. I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. I might not be, but that's okay. We tried. Okay, ready? By Donna Tartt. It says, "The very act of writing it down made her realize how easy it would be to forget, how important it would be from now on to put everything down on paper." Let me say that one more time for you. The very act of writing it down made her realize how easy it would be to forget, how important it would be from now on to put everything down on paper. Period. The good, bad, and the ugly. I'm going to go into that more when I talk about why you should journal, because it really is crazy how much we miss out on and how much we forget just because, the little intricacies of life, and life moves so fast. But you guys, journaling is crazy. Journaling is crazy, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Okay, let's dive into the episode. No more goofing off. Let's dive into the episode. We're starting off with why you should journal. I think it's important to always find the why before you do something, because if you don't have a why, when life gets in the way, when it gets a little tough, when you get busy, when you get bored, you're gonna give up. And this applies to not just journaling, but everything in life. It could be a goal you have. It could be a relationship. Like, why are you doing it? And here are some of the points when I was thinking about why do I journal that I was like, I need to share. I need to share with the listeners. The first one, it declutters your mind. Journaling, I don't even know who I was. I was like, I probably had so many thoughts in my head. I don't know how I was ever able to be present. But journaling and writing down all of the craziness that happens in your head truly does get it out of your mind, and you're able to be so much more present. Like, when I started journaling, I also started reading a ton. I had space in my mind to listen to more music, space in my mind to read more books, to really be present when hanging out with friends, when doing things, to write better songs, because I had like the ability to process things and think instead of being so cluttered with a to-do list and feelings and everything. And it truly is amazing. So that's point number 1 on why you should journal. Point number 2, it keeps you accountable to your goals, to promises you make, to things that you said you would do. It really does. Like, I've noticed that having a journal it's almost like a built-in coach, like, because I'll go back and I'll read things that I wrote in my journal to like my future self, and I'm like, you know what? Yes, I can do it. I got this. And it's also really cool because it also, like, you know, if you say, oh, I want to try this month, I'm going to do this, and then you keep saying that over and over again every month, when you go back and look through your journal, you're going to be like, oh, I need to do that. I keep saying I'm going to do it. And it keeps you accountable. So it's really cool, really awesome. And it's like for your eyes only, you know? So you can be totally honest. You can be totally unfiltered. You can just be yourself, because, you know, it's just for you, which is also very important. Like, you got to keep your journal for your eyes only to really get the effect of it. You cannot be writing it from the perspective of people are going to see this, because then you're not being honest, and you're going to filter things out even without trying. Like, your brain is going to filter things out, and we do not want that, because then you're not getting the full benefits of having a journal. Okay. The next point on why you should journal, or at least why I journal, but maybe why you should journal, why I journal, is it gives you perspective later on. So one of my personal favorite things and most helpful things from journaling has been reading old journals. Make sure you're in a mentally healthy state and you're not upset or sad or missing somebody, because I have a song that's going on my upcoming album, LK1, but the song lyric is like, it's a song about a person I wish I could be. And the lyric is, she's not reading old journals and running herself in circles. And at the time, I was reading old journals and running myself in circles about a stupid loser. Sorry, that got a little exciting. But you know, so make sure you're doing it in a healthy mental state. But it has been amazing to periodically, every couple months, go back and I read my old journals and I see the growth I've made, and it inspires me. I see things that I was like praying for and wishing for that I've done now that have happened to me. And I'm like, wow, like past me would be so proud. And it gives you kind of that motivation to keep going. It also is super helpful when, you know, just like assessing your life. And say, for example, one month you were really depressed. You're able to go back and be like, okay, what was I doing? Was I working out? Was I getting enough sunlight? What was I spending my time doing? I'm going to do less of that. And then you can also go back and look at really good months, really good seasons of your life, and who were you hanging out with? What were you doing? And do more of that. So it's really cool, and it gives you perspective, and like, I don't know, it's just really cool. Okay, there's like a couple more points I have for why you should journal. The next one is, it's time spent with yourself, and time spent with yourself is never wasted. You're going to get to know yourself better. You're going to get to feel confident in your own skin. You're going to have like this little moment before stepping out in the world and dealing with a million different things that is just like special with you. Like I always say, time spent working on yourself or like talking to yourself, writing a journal is never wasted, okay? It's going to benefit you so much. It's going to make you a better human, which allows you to be a better friend, a better boyfriend, girlfriend, a better employee, a better CEO, whatever, a better student. It's going to make you better. So like time spent with yourself is awesome. And sometimes I know we have so many things, and especially like if you're a people pleaser, like I used to be, like it can be hard justifying spending time with yourself, even though you totally deserve to spend time with yourself. You don't necessarily have to journal. You can literally just watch a TV show, whatever. But doing a little journal thing, it almost feels like a little self-care thing built into your routine and really just grounds me. Okay, the last point for why you should journal and why I journal is it holds memories. in stories that one day when we're old, we're going to want to look back at and be like, oh my God, do you remember that day? And I don't know. I just think it's really special to go back in the good and the bad. You know me, I'm too sentimental, stream sentimental, side note. Anyways, crazy. I love going back and, I think about, yes, the bad times too, because whenever I look at the bad times, it makes me appreciate how good I have it now. Or like, I look at bad relationships, bad situationships, bad relationships that I've been in, and I'm like, oh my God, like I felt that way. Wow. You know what? I don't actually miss that person. I'm glad. They taught me a lot of lessons. I moved on, and now I'm a stronger person because of that. And I just think it's really special and like really amazing stories. Like I remember I have so many stories, and that's the coolest thing ever. That's the coolest thing ever. It's like you're documenting your life. Like who doesn't want to do that? Anyways, I could talk about journaling for hours. I really could, but I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I want you to get your journal out after this. Okay, we're flipping to the notes, page 2. So I just told you about why to journal. Now we're going to go on what to journal about. Okay, what to journal about. This is the reason why I never journaled before, and a lot of people don't, because it's overwhelming. You're like, I don't know what to say, but guess what? I'm going to help you. I got you. And I have a bunch of prompts also as well. So I'm going to have you either pause this episode and get out a notebook, or like you can pause it and then write these in your notes app. But okay, I have some points too this is kind of what I cycle through, but okay, what to journal about. There's a lot of different ways you can go about this. I would say the best way to start journaling, especially if you're not somebody who's really in your feelings or talking about your feelings. Like I'm a songwriter, so I'm always thinking about my feelings and processing them. But I would say to start with like the physical. So like what you did, say that day, say you were journaling at nighttime. What did you do that day? Did you go to the grocery store? Did you go to work? Did you go to school? Like you can just write that. Like today I went to school. Afterwards I went to the store. I got the snack. I had this class. I had this practice. I saw a movie. It was good. Like kind of like almost like you were writing a little like planner or something out. And that is really cool because it's, it's recording your life at that exact moment. And also, like I said before, even if that was the only thing you journaled, was literally just like what you did, you're going to be able to go look back in a month or two and be like, you know what, that week I was so confident, or that month was so exciting. What did I do? And you're going to see, oh, it's because I went outside every day and I took a walk. Maybe I should do more of those. And I don't know. I kind of like start there and then get deeper emotionally. But okay, you can also journal about how you're feeling. This is one of my favorite things to journal about, because often I find myself feeling so many things, or like a really specific emotion that I don't know how to articulate. And so I'll journal about it, or I'll write a song about it. If I'm not writing a song about it, I'll journal about it. And I just kind of write around how I'm feeling. Like I'm really this, or like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like I'm doing this. And then it kind of processes the emotion out, I found. Another thing that you can journal about is your goals, and almost like your future self. Like in 6 months, I'm going to be doing this. I'm so excited. Like I'm going to work every single day towards it. Just writing about your goals. They've done studies. I don't know the exact study, so don't quote me on this, but writing out your goals, it makes them like more able to come true, if that makes sense. Like there's higher rates of people actually accomplishing their goals if they wrote them down. So how crazy is that? So talk about your goals. I talk about all the time, like, I can't wait to meet my Kincadians one day on this sold out tour. It's so beautiful. I can't wait. I can't wait to have our pasta dinner. I'm already thinking about what shape pasta shells I want to have once I win that Grammy Award. Like, you know what I mean? It sounds silly, but you know what? The haters can laugh. The haters are secret lovers. The opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy. So if someone hates you, you know what? They probably love you. They probably love you. Okay. The next thing you can journal about if you are lost is a gratitude list. I love gratitude list. And I think, it's very important to remind yourself of all the amazing things that you have. And there's a siren. I don't know if you can hear it. So I'm going to take a little pause. Okay, I'm going to keep going now. But a gratitude list is really awesome. And it doesn't have to be super long. Like oftentimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just write down 3 things I'm grateful for right now. And I don't know, it just puts things into perspective. Oftentimes when I'm overwhelmed, or if I'm really anxious, it kind of puts me back into the present moment and calms down the noise in my head, or like it makes me it puts me back into my body. And so I love doing a gratitude list. Okay, the next thing you can journal about if you don't know what to journal about is your favorite things. Anything pertaining to like yourself. So like sometimes when I'm like, oh, I'm just feeling off, I need to journal, whatever, I'll make a list of like my favorite things. Get to know yourself. So it could be like my favorite songs, and I want you to like journal a whole page of your favorite songs. Journal about your favorite TV shows, your favorite movies. Oh, here's my favorite food at the time. Here are my favorite people in my life, whatever. Because not only is it another gratitude list reminding you of like, oh, wait, I love that song. Then you start to think about those people, that song, that place you really like, and then it makes you happy. But also too, I think it's so cool because, you know, as we grow and as we change, we're going to change too. And the people are going to change. Everything's going to change around us. And I think it's so cool to be able one day, years later, to go look back in your journal and to see like, oh my God, when I was 22, these were my favorite TV shows, or these were my favorite songs. It's going to be so cool to have that. So that's something you can journal about. Okay. So that is a little bit of what you can journal about. I have picked out some prompts I'm going to read off. So get out a pen, get out a piece of paper, get out your computer, get out your notes app, and write these down. Or you can always come back to this video later. Sometimes I just write. I've been journaling for so long that it's just out of habit what I do. But if you're ever feeling lost, here are some prompts. I also recommend like searching on Pinterest, searching on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, because there's always good ones and new ones. But these are just some of my favorites and some that I've journaled with before that I thought I would share with you guys. Okay, ready? What is something you wish other people knew about you? When do you feel most like yourself? What do I need more of in your life? What is something I'm looking forward to? If I was living my dream life, how would it look? What has been draining my energy lately? What things have been giving me energy? What is the one thing I would tell my younger self? What ways can I change for the better? What am I missing in my life right now? What do I need to let go of? What emotion or what emotions have I been avoiding? And the last one, what has made me smile recently? What has made me, personally, I'll answer the last one. What has made me smile is thinking about LK1. I was just on TikTok live doing my makeup before this, and it's so easy to get caught up in comparison. Like, it's so, like, all these people I look up to, oh, they're releasing this, they're doing this, and it's like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? But you know what? No, like, I was listening to some of my songs that are in progress and the production's in progress, and I literally just got chills and I started crying because I don't know, it's just like, it's made me smile and it's exciting, and it's so crazy to know that in next year, like 2024, like literally a month away, but like next year, like my debut album is going to be out. And yeah, I have a ton of songs out. I have 19, I think. 18 or 19 songs out. I have 2 EPs, like, but like there's something different about an album. Like, that's a dream I've had since I was a little kid. Like, I freaking love music. Like, look at my record collection. Like, I love it. And like, it's just like, what in the world? And it's also taken a lot of time, but it should take a lot of time. It's been almost 10 years of me like committing to doing what I do. And I was doing it before then. You know, it was always in me, but like committing and choosing it when I moved to LA when I was 14, and I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do. It's going to be hard, but I was made for this. And so I'm just so excited. That's made me smile recently. That was a little tangent side note, but I had to share that because I literally just like, it makes me so excited. Okay, we're on to the next part. Next page of notes. Okay, so we did the why you should journal. We did what to journal about and some journal prompts. And next we have when and how to journal, because this can also be the tricky part that people like this can be the mistake where people make and then they stop journaling, is like they'll be great for a week, or like I've done this before where like, oh my God, I journaled every morning, it was so good, and then I just stopped. Same with like working out. It's like you have to do consistency, and like it's all about consistency over like a lot at one time. I don't know the word for that. What would that be? What would the word for that be? I don't know. Not intensity. Yeah, like consistency over intensity, or like, you know, it's like journaling for 5 minutes every day is better than journaling for 1 hour every week. If that makes sense. It's like going to the gym. It's like, okay, if you're going to go to the gym, it's better to go for like 30 minutes, an hour and a half every other day versus going like, I'm going to go for 3 hours today. And like, you know what I mean? Burning yourself out. Anyways, okay, so when and how to journal. So, okay, how to journal. First of all, you're going to get a notebook. You can do this on your notes app, computer, whatever. I personally think that there is something magical when you put pen to paper. It's almost like the physicality of physically writing it out. Like sometimes I can't even read my handwriting, but physically writing it out, it really does release a lot of emotions. I don't know. There might be a science behind it. I'm not a scientist. Maybe I am a scientist. Who knows? Maybe one day. I don't know. I'm a songwriter. I'm an artist. I create things too. I don't know. Anyways, Oh my God, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy because I just get so happy talking about journaling. I can't wait to journal about this and be like, you know what? The podcast was so good today. I'll be like, I just felt so confident and so excited that I get to share something I love. That's literally what I'm going to journal about. Anyways, but I personally think that doing it on a piece of paper, whether that be a notebook, it can be a pad of paper, it can be a sticky note, whatever it is, there's something magical about it. If you have to, you can do it on your phone and do it in a private note and lock it. I think that just physically writing it down brings a lot of peace and a lot of like anxiety out. So that is what I would recommend. But keep in mind, there's no right or wrong way. You can't journal right. You can't journal wrong. You know, it's personal. It's just like music. Like you can do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And it's going to be weird at first if you've never journaled before, but keep reminding yourself, no one's going to read it. It's just for you. You have to keep that mindset, because if you don't have that, you're going to be self-editing in your head and you're not going to be able to filter. You're going to filter versus like getting out everything unfiltered. So it's for your eyes only. I would recommend a physical journal with a pen, pencil, Sharpie, whatever you want to use. But you can always do a private notes app where you can lock it with a password, so then you don't have to worry about someone taking your phone and reading your thoughts or whatever. But I love that. Okay. And there's like two options of when to journal. So that's kind of like how you journal. It's like basically like, you know how to journal. There's a couple options of when to journal. I personally mix it up. I do it differently. I kind of have a little bit of a set routine, but then sometimes, I'm going through it and the journal comes with me. The journal goes in my tote bag. The journal comes with me because I need the journal. So you can carry it with you, which is what I would recommend once you've already gotten the hang of regular journaling, or if you're going through a breakup, something really traumatic, a big life change. Carrying it with you is really nice because it's almost like having this safety blanket of like you're going through a lot, or you just got a text, or you just got something and you can journal for 5 minutes, get it all out. But carrying it with you is great. And then anytime you feel something, anytime you do something, you can pull out your journal, write it down. I also like kind of journaling weekly, usually Saturday or Sunday. And I kind of do like a weekly overview like of the past week and then like what I'm looking forward to for the week. That can be like a good way. Or if you don't have a lot of time, on the day-to-day basis, you can do weekly journaling. Like pick a day and stick with it, at least for a month, stick with it and be like, Sunday night, I'm going to get out my journal and I'm going to go, Monday I did this, Tuesday I did, and go through it all and process out your whole week. That's an option. And then personally what I do and what I would recommend starting with, hear me out on this, listen up, make sure the volume is up. I would recommend doing daily journaling. You can pick one of the two, either the second you wake up or as you're drifting to sleep. I don't know what the science term is with it, but if you do it right when you wake up, before you're fully awake, and right when you're about to go to sleep, apparently something in your brain is not fully like on, and so it allows you to process emotions unfiltered. It's really amazing. Like the second I wake up, I usually grab my journal if I'm doing it in the morning, and I will just write for 5 minutes. Set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes. You can go longer. Or what I like to do is I like to play my favorite song. Like sometimes I'll play All Too Well 10-minute version, Taylor's version, and then I'll just journal the entire song, or like maybe Real by Lily Kincade and like play it twice, play it on loop. Winter Coat maybe a couple times. But journaling, I'll grab my journal, set my alarm, and I'll just rant out like, okay, today I have to do this. I'm kind of stressed because blah, 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 blah. Like I said earlier, or I'll answer one of the prompts and I'll write that down and I'll use that as like my morning journaling. But you can't go wrong. Overall, you can't go wrong. You're going to be amazing. And I'm excited for you. And I'm excited for this next chapter. If you get a journal, please like DM me a picture of it and be like, girl, I got a journal. Because that is so cool. And I'm just excited. It's just excited. I'm exciting. And I'm excited. I hope I'm exciting. I hope I'm hyping journaling up. I hope like I'm able to make you feel energized and ready for it. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the video. Not too crazy, but thank you guys for watching. If you haven't listened to the other episodes of the pod, you should send it to a friend, share the love, be a leader. That's what I'm encouraging you guys to do, is be a leader. We are taking over. We are going to be those people that actually step out and do something different with our lives, and we lead instead of being a follower. We are leaders in work, in our family, in school, in life, in love, in happiness, in everything. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave this a little 5-star review, and all my socials, music is all linked down below. But also too, if you have any questions or anything you want to tell me or anything you want me to discuss on future episodes, put it in the comment section on YouTube or the little Q&A box on Spotify. Either one. I'd very much appreciate it. I love you guys. Okay, let's finish off with our affirmation. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I also, before I go, I needed to show you, if you're listening to the audio, you can't see it, but like maybe close your eyes and you can see it. But this is, I got out all my journals. I have another one in my bag, my current one, but you guys, memories, the songs, the stories in here is worth more than anything. People always ask me, oh, what would you save in the fire if it couldn't be a person or a pet? And it's really tricky because I go back and forth between like my vintage guitar, because obviously I can't get another vintage guitar, but I could get another vintage guitar. Yeah, it couldn't be that, but honestly, my journals. Like, I'm going to get a fireproof storage box and I'm putting them in the fireproof storage. I'm not kidding. I'm putting them in a fireproof storage box because that is how valuable they are. And oh my God, they're so heavy. They're falling. We're good. They're awesome. Oh my God, I love journaling. Okay. I love you guys. I will see you next week. Yeah, go journal. I'm going to go journal right now. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, fabulous, amazing, phenomenal day.